Good morning and welcome to Mahala Monday. Absolutely fabulous to have you here with us today. My name is Dougal. 22nd it is, and there's Rhoda.
Good morning and welcome everybody to Mahala Monday. And there's Dougal.
Yeah, we are here and you are there, and it's brilliant to have you along with us. Now, before we get underway and before we do anything, what is very important, of course, we want you to do this is sort of like and share this video, and also hit that notification bell, and you do that and you'll find out all the great content that we have, of course, and you stay abreast of all the things, and literally you become a mover and shaker. Let's be honest, I'm not going to lie.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You're going to be a mover and a shaker, and you know what? We're putting you out there, we're making you famous.
Yeah, so absolutely fabulous. Now, before we get into anything, Rhoda, I just want to say this quickly if you're watching this, of course. So it's Monday the 22nd. The broadcast you're watching right now is pre-recorded, so we've done this just a couple of days ahead of Monday the 22nd. So it's kind of back to the future. I always wondered what that felt like. Now I know.
Now you know.
Yeah. So that is basically what we're watching. But what we are talking about today, and as you know, if you've been watching this, thank you for always watching and commenting and being part of the show. As you know, of course, we bring really a huge amount of information to the fore. We discuss topics that are very, very important for all of us to know, and also how we can make things around us better. But we're going to get into that because that is what I thought we should do. Or I said I thought we should do. We thought we should do. That we sort of look at what Mahala Monday is all about.
So true, Dougal, and I'm loving that because you know what, it's always kind of good also, like, you know, like you're going back to the future, you need to go back in time as well, and let's just do a recap and see exactly how it all started. And I mean, if I really truly think back on when it all started, I was a nervous wreck from the word go. Let's just get this straight. I'm a business owner, Dougal is a presenter, this is a man that just has it, and I'm telling you, I've been tutored, I've been coached. He's brilliant. So
but it's the other way around.
Here today is because of
No. It's the other way around. Don't believe it, Rhoda. Well, believe it, but not what he. No. I appreciate what you're saying, but yeah. We started off, and you know, it's kind of a reflection show, isn't it? It is kind of a reflection show, but it's also more than that because it's an opportunity for you to be heard, for your brand to be heard, your organization to be heard. And this is where we come in, because I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm going to say this is world class. And I want to explain this to you in a short while. I know I'm going to get knocked over the knuckles when we say world class. Of course, world class.
Oh, we definitely are.
Because the reach is worldwide. Ultimately, it is, because we're on social media platforms and all of that. But what is really amazing, and I just want to go back to what you said, how this all started. And I know we've had reflection shows in the past, but this was to sort of enrich an audience, to reach out, to create more opportunities, to educate people, inform people. This was
exactly it, Dougal. I mean, if you look at, and I don't like using this word anymore, back in the day in COVID times, which was basically the birth of where Mahala Monday had started. And it was truly us sitting and saying, how are we going to get the information out there? Because, you know, we were locked down, we couldn't get out, we couldn't get the information out there. And how do students basically also get information? Because automatically with this rippling effect of students couldn't get information from the institutions, how would our kids, our future, what was our future going to look like? And that's exactly how Mahala Monday started, you know?
And that is the crux, because and this is what the culture is all about. This is what South Africa is all about. And as we all know, I mean, we featured shows from every nook and cranny from this beautiful country. But that is what Ubuntu is all about. So from the disaster moment we had with COVID, and we were all clamped down, we were all under house arrest and all of that, this came about. This came about. So I don't want to say like a positive thing came out of adversity, but you kind of, you know, it was a difficult time for everybody.
It was.
But this came out, but this eventually changed people's lives.
It changed a lot of people's lives, Dougal. And for me especially, if I look at, I mean, one of the students that contacted us, and because, you know, one of our shows that we had, it was but the NSFAS, that's right. And it was a disability basically regarding NSFAS. And he was a student that wanted to know also from Durban, that wanted to find out about hearing aids, and we could then actually successfully lead him to exactly who he needs to speak to. And I mean, this is for me one of those big moments that we truly making a difference within our community, definitely.
And it is, and that is what we did. So what we tried to challenge was, of course, it all started off, we started talking about social well-being, being socially aware, and at the time help where we could. And, you know, just improving the things around us. And when I say things around your environment, your community, your personal circumstances, you know, we spoke to life coaches. And then, of course, there was a big part, which was education, which I think is really what started it.
It all started with education, Duga, because that was exactly what we wanted to get out there, you know, to tell students, you don't have to necessarily maybe go to university. There's other options, and all our partners, I must say, you know what, they were excited to join us in the venture and say, you know what, they're loving this idea, let's get the information out. And what pushed me even further, Dougal, is the fact that, I mean, I once went to Johannesburg and I went on this farm, and there was these kids there that, you know, obviously they weren't getting this information that, the best way would have been actually to do something like this, to say, you've got a cell phone, you know what, get us out to those students, to tell them the opportunities out there that is possible, from electricians to plumbers, to whatever your passion is, to a chef as well, I mean.
You know, and we've spoken to a whole array, and when you look at that, when you look at social awareness, community development, and I don't want to say social development, but in that sort of broader term, you look at education, there's one piece that's missing though, and then we're talking business education, entrepreneurship, growing of business, growing of self as well. And we've encompassed all of those.
Oh, most definitely. You know what is, for me, it's a full circle. We've covered everything, from our students to the businesses, to the entrepreneurs. You know what, it's just a full circle, and our sample of our people that we had on our show, and you know, just the testimonies that we received afterwards, it is extremely overwhelming, and it made me get up every morning on a Monday morning and sit here and get very excited about the show.
Listen, to what you're saying right now, and I must be honest, Rhoda, to what you are saying, is, I mean, we've grown, we've changed, we were educated as much as just presenting the show. We were also first recipient and audience, you know, we were really enlightened. And I mean, the emotional growth, just the basic awareness, just being more human, just being more in touch of what is going around, because we heard these different stories. Now, with all of that being said, so we're going to touch, and I want us just to mention one or two things that we've done, but also I want to say this. So if you're an organization, you are a brand, then this is the vehicle for you. This is the platform for you, because we would love nothing more than to tell your story, and your story needs to be told. This is the important thing. Your story needs to be told. So in terms of reaching more corners, in terms of expanding your brand awareness, or whatever it is, if you're selling something or you're delivering service, whatever it is definitely something we need to talk about. And more importantly, we need to be educated about that, regardless of the story. And you know what, and it's been fascinating, because if you just flip back, I mean, now currently August, it is Women's Month, so we've had various shows that would have reflected on this. I mean, just the previous show, we spoke to a lady who is a woman winemaker. I don't know anybody who's a woman winemaker, other than Janette, that we spoke to.
So true.
Insightful show.
Insightful. And it really makes me quite excited, and exactly that, you know what, just the samples, and I mean, like you said, we're going to go through a few of them, and exactly that, a woman in power having to go into a man's world, and this is what we're creating, the opportunities to say, you know what, anything is possible, you can do this, you know, so and I get very excited.
And that was a fantastic show, so you definitely got to have a look at it, and I know you get very excited.
I get very excited
when it comes to woman empowerment, but we've had loads of stories like that.
Wow, we had loads. And I mean, I'm not good at names. I know you're very good. So my memory is not 100%, but you that's why the two of us make a perfect partnership.
I don't remember anything.
You know what? There's been quite a bit of ladies. And I mean, one of them is Karren. What's her name?
Oh, Karren Powell.
Karren Powell, I mean, I love having her on the show, because whenever she's done, you know what? I always feel so empowered by her.
Listen, and this is it. It's funny you say Karren Powell, because this is definitely a show you got to go check out. So you go and you search for the shows. You go have a look at Karren Powell. Let me just tell you, as far as business coaches are concerned, that's the level.
That's the level.
That's the level you want to be at. That's the person you want to talk to. More importantly, Karren Powell lives in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere.
She lives in a game reserve. So when she goes out of her house, she was telling us the story where there was a leopard. She couldn't get to a car because leopard is there.
Exactly.
So, stoop, leopard, car. That's
So
her
true.
life. So when it comes to business, would you want? There we go. This
There we
woman,
go.
and she got in the car. I'm just saying, this
Exactly.
is what she does. So brilliant. We spoke to Jodi,
I was just going to
phenomenal
say,
entertainer.
you see telepathic communication, exactly.
Also, and I'm just bringing this up because
Yeah.
of the Women's Month, and this is also a show when we talk about courage, talent, determination, incredible discipline. All of these things. And the reasons I'm saying this, I mean, we're looking at a SAMA-nominated performer.
Definitely.
Who is phenomenal. I mean, you don't get a SAMA nomination for just for being there.
Exactly.
So obviously the talent is there. And then
Yes.
she had this huge show with a whole collaboration of
Oh,
all the stalwarts of South African music industry at Artscape.
That's
and
right.
when I say when it comes to determination and grit, I mean, she's got a stutter.
That's
a
right,
serious
Dumo. A
stutter. We were
serious
talking
stutter.
to this very young woman, young performer, on overcoming these sort of
Overcoming.
challenges and being in the limelight. And what an empowering show that
Empowering
was.
show. And you know what, Dougal? I actually went to watch her show because you know what? We always say we have
Yeah.
to basically walk the walk, talk the talk. And I made an effort to go and watch her show. And I'm telling
How
you,
was it?
I was tearful because at one stage she actually thanked her mother. And you know what? There again, a woman actually standing up and saying, you know what? I need to empower my daughter to be able to stand on her own 2 feet and make something of her life because she had a problem of having to hold back all the time. And it was a fabulous show. It was beautiful. I mean, I was in tears. It was awesome, awesome.
We've spoken to quite a bit of people, and especially with Women's Month.
yeah.
And obviously we've spoken about the elephant in the room across various shows. And let me put you on the spot. Let me ask you this. As men, do you think the fact that we're having this conversation a lot more, shows like this, where literally it goes on, and I've been highly critical. I've been very critical of
have.
government because whatever they're
You
doing,
have.
they will start doing 20 years
Did
from
we
now.
have a few rants?
I've been very, very critical about this. I've also been very critical about my species,
Exactly.
man. Do you think the fact that we're talking about these things, there is a little bit of and I'm asking you this purely as a friend, purely as a woman, you don't have to
Exactly.
spare my feelings. Do you think we are slowly moving in there?
Me personally, definitely do go because of the fact that if I look back at our conversations that we had even prior and to where you're at right now, for me there's a big difference because of the fact that we actually having the discussion, we're talking about it. The two of us are basically talking about stuff that people don't want to talk about out there. And you are stating the things at the end of the day that other men should also be saying. So me personally, definitely.
So you think we're making a progress? Because I mean,
Definitely.
obviously for certain people, progress is not as you know what I mean? You want to see it immediately.
Exactly.
And the reason I'm bringing it up, just the other day, and I'm sorry I'm hammering on about this, but just the other day, I mean, there was a lady who was on national media and talking about abuse and obviously law enforcement and all of this, people not taking it serious. And I constantly go, this is 2022, man. How the hell?
Exactly.
Do you know, I listen to the
Exactly.
politicians saying things and I'm like, what, do you know what I mean? Did all the good people just go somewhere? Are they coming back? Are they, like, honestly, are they coming back?
You know, Dougal, I personally, I must say, I have to honor the men out there as well, especially men like you and then the guys here on the back end as well, that I honor you guys as well because of the fact that you are standing up. You making that difference right now by actually, when you're in basically having conversations, obviously, and conversations like this, you are standing up, you're stepping up. You're basically saying, you know what, no, this is wrong, and especially what you're saying there, right there. Years later, we're still sitting with this dilemma. Why? Because of the fact that men kept quiet and women was basically holding back.
Yeah.
Now we're in a position where social media is out there, everything is out there, and men like you standing up and saying, no guys, we need to stand up as men and say this is wrong, this is unacceptable.
Yeah, and look, and what we have, I mean, we all have our problems. There's loads of things.
Oh,
and one of the
yeah.
reasons, I mean, obviously for the past couple of days, this is, and I don't want to bring it up, but I'm going to mention it anyway. This is not what the show is. I'm going completely off topic now. The point is, I mean, we just got now, the Marikana anniversary was just now. And this is a
Exactly.
good couple of years ago. And
10
we're still
years.
looking for sort of justice. We're still looking for sort of closure.
10
But
years.
it is not that you're looking for. It is just making the connection between an injustice and things that have gone wrong and the people who are still suffering. And more so today. And a lot of good people are just standing mute. Now, and if you got nothing to say, then remain mute. but don't say things that don't help the story. Don't say things that... But we've got a lot of things to work on, but these are some of the topics we've tackled. We've been highly critical of it, and of course, with your input in the shows, and that is what it's about. Then we had Youth Month, and of course, Youth Month is about opportunities. That was just the other day.
Oh, yeah.
That was fantastic.
What brilliant opportunities was there. I got excited just seeing it, exactly the shows we had. And I mean, like you said, we get informed and I get excited. And you know what? There's such a lot of opportunity. Looking at, what is the AV place?
Oh, AviaDev.
AviaDev. I mean, wow.
Listen, this was fantastic because when we say to you opportunities, what is there to do? I mean, when we talk reach for the stars, we literally mean it. I mean, we were talking aviation. We spoke to Jon Howell with AviaDev and their involvement within the continent. And like I said, the reach is huge. This was fantastic. This was absolutely mind-blowing. That is a show you gotta go check out, which is brilliant. And to go one step further, we also spoke to Derek from iFly. Now we're talking flying school, baby. And these were the opportunities that is available for youth, because that is something I suppose a lot of people won't even consider. But this is the essence of the show. The more we talk about topics, the more we bring things into the fore, it becomes part of our conversation. It becomes an option. Exactly. When you don't have it as an option, it's something that just goes away. And I remember the numbers that were thrown around, like apparently, like whatever aviation there is in the world, the African continent only contributes like 2% or something, or something very minute. But this is the continent where the most growth will take place. So there is a career opportunity. Definitely a show you got to go check out. And that was Youth Month. We had lots of themes, Rhoda.
Oh, there was a lot of themes.
You wanted to be a pilot now?
No, but I got excited. I got excited about that.
I was more that lollipop guy.
I like the lollipop guy, like, you know. I think he was the coolest.
I don't know.
And, and you know what, just listen to that, Dougal. It's exactly the fact that it doesn't mean you're going to be flying a plane. There's other things that you could do, you know. And this is exactly what my passion and what I get excited about, is the fact that sometimes people they put themselves in boxes. They get stuck in this way of thinking, I can only see this, but they tend to forget. If you look at the whole airport, they look at everybody from the baggage to the person that's booking you in, to the person that's driving the vehicles, taking the bags. There is so much more than just the pilot. So it obviously opens that, you know, can of worms, I would say, and saying, look at everything else around you.
It's a whole sort of whole thing.
Exactly, exactly.
Becomes a mall of sorts.
Yes, and you know what? What I loved about that topic as well is the fact of what's happening overseas, and there's something we in South Africa need to look at. Because especially obviously now with COVID, it kind of caused the havoc to actually create a mall, a shopping place, where instead of just going there for the flights or to basically go and fly, make it into a business. That people can, let's go to the shop, let's go to, you know, Cape Town, Oliver Tambo or Cape Town Airport, and actually just go shop there and actually still make money. So automatically, you know what, it just creates work. Yeah,
that was all of that. And, you know, so we spoke about that, like in tertiary institutions, career opportunities, all of that. We spoke to NSFAS. We did so many shows. So really, we've come to the party. I want to touch quickly on businesses, because we spoke to businesses. And of course, and this is where I said, this is where you come in. So if you've got a brand, you've got a product, you want to get it out there, and we really want to hear the story. This is brilliant. I remember talking to Athan.
Oh, yes.
All right, from MCOZA. Now, of course, we live in this sort of world. We live in the internet world. We live in an IT world. But when we spoke to Athan from MCOZA, man, I was just, wow. Firstly, the opportunities, the business in itself that Athan and his team has got, the services they offer, all of that. That is a show you've got to go check out.
Definitely. And you know what? He came back and he told us, you know what, how his business has done so well since he had the show. And he actually used our show for his marketing. And this is what I wanted to say as well. A lot of businesses tend to forget that marketing is something like we're doing here exactly, is getting your brand out there. And this is what he did. He used our show as a link on his one. He said he's been inundated. He actually had to employ more people to assist him. So, wow.
What a problem to have.
What a problem to have. Amazing Kitchen, exactly the same.
You got to go check that one out.
That one as well.
Spaceship Kitchens.
Spaceship Kitchens, that's so true.
Listen, Listen, I remember talking to Anthony. Now, I've seen programs on TV where these, people who can afford it. I don't want to say rich.
Yeah.
I did, but you're going to spend a bob or two, and people have you see these lifestyle programs. You see these all international things. Listen, I saw
exactly.
I saw you walk. You don't even know it's a kitchen. You press
know.
and then
this thing comes up and
things are everywhere. And what the.
And as it says,
wow.
amazing kitchens.
but you know what? When we spoke to Anthony from Amazing Kitchens, and this is where likewise with Athan and a whole host of other people. These are just two coming to mind. They told us their business story, where it started, the challenges that they had as business owners, how they go, how they adapt, how they had to sort of operate during COVID time. So for an entrepreneur, these are winning recipes, not their exact recipe, but it is how did somebody survive that? It is almost I don't want to say support group, but this is a very good description. Apart from the amazing products and what they did. And that is what we do here.
Exactly. And a good example as well, do you remember Palesa?
Oh, Palesa page,
I mean, look how Sherie started at the house. And I mean, look how it all started. And I mean, today, her stock is being sold at Ackerman's.
Everywhere.
Am I correct?
Everywhere.
Yeah. And everywhere you can actually just go and buy these basically reusable pads.
And we gave one of Sherie's hampers away, and I still want to say thank you, Sherie, for that, because it is an absolute brilliant product. And once again, it was a business, somebody who saw an opportunity, who came on and told that story, and because of that, many other people got inspired now with stories. And there were so many South Africans doing great things. Deon with Africa IT Hubs, when we spoke to him.
Wow, amazing.
And in terms of growing your business and getting the skill set, that is definitely a show you got to go check out.
Definitely.
We spoke to so many people doing amazing things. I want to touch on two more quickly, because I remember we did a road trip and we went to Sussi's coffee shop. We broadcasted from there.
I love that.
It was brilliant. So you can do that. What I'm saying is you can invite us for cook and tea. No problem, baby. We're there. We'll be there. I'll be there early too. We'll be there early too. But what an amazing thing. And it is once again people reinventing things, rolling with the punches, and then you discover something amazing. And then we spoke to so many South Africans who are doing things beyond belief. Let me put it to you this way. Somebody who's in a wheelchair climbed Kilimanjaro.
Oh yes.
Tarryn Thomlonson did that.
That's right. Yeah.
Phenomenal.
What a
TV
woman.
presenter, activist, I mean, brilliant.
Brilliant.
Whatever you do,
wow,
that's a bucket list program.
Exactly.
You watch that.
Have to watch it.
You go watch Tarryn Thomlonson, and we've had her on a couple of times.
Oh yeah,
Go watch Tarryn Thomlonson.
Go watch her.
I mean, yeah.
Phenomenal woman, phenomenal. I am inspired. I love her to bits and pieces. And you know, whenever we have a conversation or we chat, and that I get extremely emotional and excited, because this is what she brings to you. Basically, she makes you excited. She makes you realize that anything is possible.
And this is the thing. You know what? She's. I mean, she can inspire a vegetable. So doesn't matter where you are, who you are.
She's good.
Watch.
Go watch your show.
And when we say doing extraordinary things, now I know people run far. Some people cycle far. And it's wonderful. Now, how far do you swim? The length of a pool?
Yes.
Or do you decide, I want to swim from here to a town? Simon Ince.
Yeah, good example.
Guinness World Record holder.
Yes.
Swam the False Bay crossing.
And he was on our show.
And he was here. What a story.
What a story.
I know he's got some stuff planned. Because he's always got something planned. I don't know where he's going to swim next to, but if you in Europe, watch, have a look at the beach. So somebody might pop up. I mean, obviously there's no, but yeah. Extraordinary, and he's doing this once again to create awareness around where his passion lies and where he feels attention needs to be drawn. So these are some of the shows we've done, Rhoda.
Some of the shows. And sorry, just on that one as well, remember he did that swim for I think it was for the Tigerberg children?
Yeah, for the hospital trust.
For the hospital trust, so yeah, also good cause, you know, so brilliant. Yeah.
So what you got to do is you got to go back on these shows. I mean, you know what, I'm just thinking about it and I'm like, wow, I'm going to watch back some of these ones, because each of it, there is so much to mention, and we're just touching base and on some of them. And what has been really extraordinary, and this is where the team has got to be thanked, Rhoda, is because
most definitely.
we've been very specific in focusing on themes. So when it was Youth Month, we try to inspire that, because that's where the conversation is. And the more can be said, the better. When it was on Women's Month, we did that. Around Mandela Day, once we get to the festive season, also on COVID, all the business. I mean, Optigrowth, you know, helping your business. I mean, and this is an important thing, because you hear entrepreneurship all the time. And I must say, just a big shout out to everybody at Optigrowth, because
definitely
when they come in, whether we've spoken to Henk or Damien, or it is just, brilliant.
Always overwhelming.
It's always next level, isn't it?
Next level, and so open mind. It really opens your mind to so many opportunities out there as well. Just as businesses, how to start it, how to go about it. Optigrowth is the way to go.
No, it certainly is. So you definitely got to go check it out.
And sorry, Dougal. And probably if you're looking, if I'm listening, Amazing Kitchens, Palesa Pans, they're all from Johannesburg. So, and Durban gets reached as well. I mean, where some of our clients from Durban as well. So I just want to make it clear to you guys as well, the businesses out there, even anybody out there, you know what? Look how far we've reached.
Yeah.
You know, it's basically international, national, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And it's the same with Derek from IFly. Derek from IFly goes to here, to Central Africa. He's all over. Maybe you're flying, you can go anywhere. Deon from Africa IT Hubs, they operate here in Namibia. They go everywhere. When we spoke to Jon, he was in England at the time.
He was in England. So, he's from the UK.
You know, and he stays there. I think Jon
so
stays
that's
there.
international broadcast.
So, and this is why we would like to tell your stories. You certainly need to get in touch. And of course, there's a wonderful team that works on all of this.
Oh,
now,
yes.
We should look at what it looks like, because before we go further, so the set that we're on, absolutely brilliant. Yes. So when you watch back and reflect on some of the episodes, I think this is the third or fourth, or is this the third program with our new clothes and everything?
Yeah, that's right.
Our new set, which absolutely looks fantastic. But there's a whole bunch of creative people, of course, who work on all of this. So I actually want to show you what it looks like behind the scenes. And there we go. Look at that. So there we've actually got Yugi. So this is an angle taken from Yugi, and this is just the one section, on the stuff that's on his stuff. There's more
on his right
equipment things on the other side, and there's your head and my head. My head looks a little big, but as we know, the TV puts on, my head is not that big. It's only one hand. Okay, two hands, but it depends the angle. See.
It depends on the size of your head.
Yeah, but my head looks a little big there. I don't know, maybe they did, but also, do you think they did it on purpose?
I think they did it on purpose.
But so that is like just a shot from the background, and of course you can see us there in front of the camera as well. But it's an absolutely amazing creative team, and everybody here is trying to work exceptionally hard to push your story forward, and of course enhance your brand. So what we're saying is, we want to help you. And we want to talk about all of this. And of course, you are excited about your cause. You are excited about your organization, about your brand. Please, let's share that excitement and talk about it.
Definitely. Yeah.
And then, of course, one very important thing as well, Rhoda, is that Mahala Monday is part of For Humanity.
That is so true, too. How can we forget about that one? And you know what? The beautiful part about all of this is, if you do basically decide to have one of your shows on us, and you know what? Whatever payment you made, portion of it, I think 15%, am I correct? Goes through to a charity of a choice, basically. So you know what? There's always having to pay forward. So automatically you pushing, what do you call it?
You're paying it forward, in a big way.
In a big way at the end of the day. And with For Humanity, that is our other arm. It is possible.
Yeah. And listen, just to go back on For Humanity, because a while ago, and I know we did quite a bit of programming on this, of course, there was the Save the Beach Hut Trust, and For Humanity jumped on board. And what can I say? Job done.
Job well done.
Job done.
Yeah.
And we all know that was worked out, and all I'm saying is that well done, but I will say well done For Humanity, because that is it. We've been involved with Tygerberg Hospital Children's Trust and various other NPOs and NGO organizations. So it really gets out there. So basically, it's the one shop, shop, happy days, birthday, Christmas, all in one.
Yeah.
So next month is September is Heritage Month. Yeah. We're talking Crocs and Veldskoenen. What are we? It's going to be all of that, I'm sure. But there'll be... I don't know why I'm thinking of shoes, Rhoda.
I was going to say, now, where did that come from?
Yeah. It's gonna be all of that. So we're definitely looking forward to all of that. But it's very easy to get in touch. We want to tell your story, and the biggest thing is you got to help us because we want to get as many people with us. So we want you to like and share this, and especially like this and share this with everybody you love. And if you don't love a lot of people, share it with them. That is especially what you got to do, okay? So very important, of course, you can get in touch with us. Easy peasy. You can go to the Nickay website, Rhoda?
Yes, that's right. You can go to our Nickay website, which is nickay.com. And then also you can contact us. So there we go. The website is www.nickay.com. You can email us on info@nickay.co.za. And then you can basically contact us as well on 02.
That's Rhoda's phone number.
Yes.
That's the office phone number.
That's the office phone number. So I won't be answering that, but yes, somebody else will answer that.
Okay.
So I won't be sitting there. That's our contact details there, everybody. So if you want to get onto the show, please, you can contact us and we can make arrangements to get you on the show.
We want you. We want you. But
Let's
I must
get
say,
your name out there.
Yeah, I must say, you know what, there's an amazing team that works behind the scenes and everybody that does this. And also, when it comes to all the amazing guests we've had, we can only be grateful and thankful because sharing your story, you know, it inspired everybody. And it's always, it just takes one. It just needs to make a difference to one.
Exactly.
And this is it. It just needs to make a difference to one. And
yes, and just on that as well, I just want to thank all our sports people out there. We're talking about our ladies rugby team, our South African rugby team, I mean our swimming, our soccer team, our women's soccer team. Sorry, Dougal, I'm mentioning a lot of ladies here right now. But, you know, our soccer team.
I'm not
obviously, I was just going to say, I was actually just going to say, I can't mention the men's soccer team, but definitely the ladies soccer team. Well done, ladies. So our netball teams. I mean, I've been watching all of this and I get excited. I mean, if you look at my Facebook, I just post lady sports, and you know what? My blood is green, people. So whoever's out there, All Blacks, sorry, but even though I'm wearing blood,
New Zealand people are watching it. Citizens from New Zealand.
Exactly, but my blood is green. My bloed is groen. So I'm a rugby fanatic.
Yeah, if you got an ID, yeah. But the people who live in New Zealand, they live there, a different country. Well done to you as well.
Well done to you.
Not expats that were born and came here. So they're smart and then and now, yeah.
I won't even go there, but yes.
No. I don't want to go there because that's a whole episode on itself.
Actually,
we should have an episode like that.
We should.
We sometimes talk to confuse people, but I try and avoid that. It's all positive stories and things that make sense.
It's positive, positive, positive.
Yes. So the big thing is there's a lot to take out of this, but we must say as well, thank you very much to everybody who contributes to any shape and form. As you can see, we take on anything. We make fun of everything, and it's all about understanding. We're always going to have differences. We're always not going to see eye to eye. Exactly. But most important is to talk about it and to go forward. There is a lot of positive things happen. I know there's a lot of tough things and circumstances and all of this. We always have a cross to bear. Exactly. But there's always something to smile about. There is always a reason to wake up because the sun will shine. And as much as possibly, we try to get that through. And sometimes, well, Rhoda does that. I'm always sideways, but sideways is okay.
So I can actually just say, Dougal, before we end the show, is that it's 2 years now, am I correct?
Yeah.
Our show?
Yes, so it feels like 50.
It's been 2 years of information, not even overload, just information which we never had 2 years ago. We have been empowered. Yeah. And this is exactly, you know, enlightened, empowered as far as I'm concerned. And this is what you need to do. Go look at some of these shows. You will be amazed at how you become enlightened and how it empowers you. Yeah. Definitely.
Very important. So it all started out, we were just going to talk for 10 minutes and then we went on for quite a bit.
At the time.
So, most importantly, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for being part of the Mahala Monday family. And ultimately, we would really, really beg you, of course, do like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And we look forward to our very next episode. And once again, as Rhoda said, we want to enlighten and, of course, just share that story. So you got the details. Visit the website at Nickay. You can also email us, of course, and that phone number, all of those details. Get in touch with us, and together we make something, ta-da, wonderful and great,
So
isn't
cool.
it?
Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
Have a fabulous week, everybody. So obviously we went forward in time, back in time, the 22nd, if I'm correct. Have a fabulous week.
Enjoy the rest of your week. Thanks for watching. Cheers, everybody.
Bye.